Hi viewers. In this video we will see about date functions. So I have already placed the headers. So let us go to first function today. So I want to see today date. So I can make use of today. So I'll get today's date. If I want both date as well as time, I can make use of now function. So the next is I want to find the difference between two dates. So how I can do? So for example, start date I have given as 1/1/2020. End date I will give. So today date itself. So I want to find the number of days between these two dates. So I can use days function, end date, comma, start date. So based on the arguments, find out and select the correct reference. Then year, I want to find the year of particular date. So year, then month, then day. So if I want to combine all this year, month and day. So for example, if you are getting a data like year, month and day is separated, you can make use of date function. First, find out the arguments. What is the requirement? First is year, then next is month, then next day. So I got year, month and date in the format of DD, YY and YY. So now the next is e-date. I want to see about e-date. E-date is, for example, if you have using credit card or I want to see some due date, it has to give some reminder. So for that, you can make use of e-date, end of the date of the between those 1 month period. So start date, comma for the next month, I want the end of the between that date. So 26th, if I have done some transaction, the due date might be the next month, 26. Similarly, we have EO month, end of the month. I can use EO month. So start date is, so let me take, this is my start date. So in the same month, I want to see what is the end of the day. So for that, I can use 0. So it gives, that is November month, we have 30th. So next is network days. I want to see some network days. Network days is like how many days a particular employee is working. For example, if I am an HR, I want to see how many days in a month an employee had worked. For consider end of the like November month itself. So 1/11/2023 and 30th 11 2023 have used EO month itself to consider the particular end of that particular month. So I want to see the difference. So I can make use of network days. So this is my start date, comma my end date. So this network days consider only weekend as a Saturday and Sunday and enter. So I got 22 days. For example, in the same month, if we have some holidays, so what I can do, I can do F2. The last argument, you can see the square bracket. Whenever it is a square bracket, it is a optional. I'll select the holiday list and enter. Total 20 days. So one more function we have which has a different weekends. So we can make use of that. Network days international, start date, end date, and weekend you can take anything. Like for example, Thursday, Friday, holidays. Let me consider this. Enter. So total network days, that is working days, is total 19 days. So whenever you want to calculate for different weekends, so you can make use of network days international. Next is I want to find the difference days, month as well as year in a combined format. So far we have seen for separate, but I want to see combined format. So for that what we can do, So for example, let me take 2020 or 2010, let me take. So I want to see the difference between these days. So equal to, we have one formula or function, I would say, that is a hidden function. Dated if, so you won't be getting any arguments. So that we have three arguments, that is start, end, and you want in days or months or years. Let me have start date and end date. So let me give days. So I want to see number of days. So total days it gives. If I want to see number of months, M I have to give. So for this, we want to combine everything. It has to show years, months, as well as days. To do that, dated if, open bracket, comma, end date. So I want to see years, total years. So I will add. So whenever you are adding the formula or function, you can make use of the ampersand symbol. So I'll add space, years, space, again ampersand, dated if. Okay. So here I want only months. Years it has to exclude. For that I am using YM. Then months, start date, comma, end date. So here I want to exclude months. So for that I am using EMD. So let me add ampersand days. That's it. So it is showing how many employee joining date is, if it is 1/1/2010, current date is today's date. So total 13 years, 10 months, 25 days. So we can observe how many years the particular employee has working to current day, comparing with the joining day. That's all from this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.